Oh, welcome back to another episode of Eli the Computer Guy roaring about the great AI fraud. The continued idiocy that seems to have no end until our entire society implodes and, falls in on itself. What's worse than a dumpster fire? A societal dumpster fire. So one of the things I've been talking about for a while with the great AI fraud is that we were promised by Sam Altman that artificial intelligence was going to do things like cure cancer, right? AI is more dangerous than nuclear weapons. We've heard this from Dario, right? Dipshit Dario, CEO of Anthropic, came out on one of the podcasts and said that the AI would cure disease. Listening to Anderson Horowitz as they talk about AI solving physics, right? We've heard about all of this, and we're told this is what artificial intelligence will do, and that's why we have to put trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars into capex expenses, because how much is it worth to cure disease? And then I've laughed about this because we've been told it'll cure disease and it will solve physics and it will do all that stuff. And instead, what we were getting out of Sam Altman is literally we were getting ads. That apparently is now a new business for OpenAI, ads within your AI queries. And also we were going to get erotica. So we were promised cures to cancer, and we actually get erotica. What could be worse than that? What could possibly be worse than that? Oh, apparently we're not even going to get erotica either. We're not going to get a cure to cancer, nor apparently at this point in time are we going to get erotica, which is, I don't know, is this so 2026? OpenAI indefinitely shelves plans for erotic ChatGPT. Following backlash, OpenAI won't be rolling out erotic version of ChatGPT anytime soon. According to the Financial Times, the controversial plan has been shelved indefinitely as OpenAI refocuses its attention on core products. Basically, right, they're trying to con the investment community into believing that they're worth $1 trillion. And here's the funny thing: when you promise the world that you're going to cure cancer, and then all you can do is come up with erotica, it does make people question whether or not you're fully worth $1 trillion. Insiders told FT that OpenAI mulled scrapping the adult mode plan entirely, as even its own advisors warned that ChatGPT users could form unhealthy attachments which might harm their mental health. One advisor chillingly suggested that the tweak risked turning ChatGPT into a sexy suicide coach. Yep. I think about this, right? So I was just at an AI conference. I actually spoke. I did a seminar at an AI conference. And one of the things I was talking about with artificial intelligence is I remember back when social media was brand new, and I remember going on to Facebook for the first times. And for a few years, you know what I did on Facebook? I looked at pictures of corgi butts. Oh, there ain't nothing in the world cuter than a goddamn corgi butt, right? We had 2 corgis at the time. We had Tex and Tonto, if you've been around that long. And there is not, a little corgi sitting on the ground with that little butt hanging out. Oh, so cute. And so I would go onto Facebook. I was like, this is amazing. I get to see corgi butts from all around the world. And I was like, wow, this is a new era of humanity. We can all come together, different nationalities, different creeds, different languages. We don't even have to speak the same language, because we all know that corgi butt is just the cutest butt in the entire world. And that's what we did with social media back in 2010 and 2011. Something happened to social media. I'm not really sure what it is, but something happened to social media. And one of the things I want you to think about, right, is just think about how that's gone. And that's real. That's true. Right. Think about where we thought social media was and where social media ended up going. And so now think about this with artificial intelligence. Again, we're sold curing cancer, solving physics, more dangerous than nuclear weapons. And what are we getting? Sexy suicide coaches. Oh, because it is the modern world. Staff began questioning whether sexy ChatGPT aligned with OpenAI's mission to make AI that benefits humanity. For staff working on developing, quote, adult mode, it apparently wasn't worth the effort to overcome technical challenges for the future. They faced difficulties, sources told FT, training AI models that previously avoided such conversations for safety reasons to produce explicit content. It was also hard to keep illegal behavior out of outputs like bestiality and incest when using data sets that included sexual content, sources said. I do find this is interesting. Again, if you get beyond the AI trying to literally convince you to have sex with your sibling. It is curious though, again, the whole concept of this being artificial intelligence, right? We're told artificial intelligence and AGI and all that kind of stuff coming down the pike. But this is where I want you to really understand the divergence between the crap that we're sold and the reality. Think about this. If this is supposed to be artificial intelligence, if this is supposed to, replace all of humanity or that horse crap, why is it so complicated to get it to not talk about incest? You know what I'm saying? Like I remember when I was a kid, my mom moved us to the Maryland area, and until that time, I had not seen black people. Right? I was like 9 years old, and black people just didn't exist because again, 13% of the population, highly concentrated in certain geographic areas, and so I had not been in those geographic areas. And so, anyways, we moved to Maryland, where there are a lot of black people, and my mom sat me down one day and said, "Eli, you're going to hear this word, the N-word." She's like, "Don't use it." I was like, "Why?" Because it hurts people's feelings. This is a derogatory word. People don't like it being used. You're going to hear it a lot. Holy shit, you're going to hear it a lot. But you should not say it. And you know what I did? As an actual intelligent human being that was 9 years old, I went, okay. And I don't use the word, right? Because that's what you can do with intelligence. Why is it so complicated? If these systems are so intelligent, why is it so complicated to get them to not talk about incest? Maybe they're not, what they're trying to sell isn't what they're actually providing. Sexy ChatGPT also apparently turned off investors. Two people familiar with the matter told FT that, quote, OpenAI's flirtation with adult mode had caused disquiet as some investors questioned why OpenAI would risk its reputation on a product with, quote, relatively small upside for its business. And that's a big question. You're trying to sell the cure for cancer, and instead you're selling erotica. Kind of puts into a question what your valuation should be. Maybe you should be valued compared to Pornhub versus valued versus PhDs or whatever else. When OpenAI initially announced that the adult mode was coming last October, CEO Sam Altman wrote on X that the company was confident it could age gate the sexy talk and said the move was in line with OpenAI's principles to treat adult users like adults. I mean, you can treat adult users like adults. It's kind of funny. Again, I just went to this tech conference. I just talked to this tech conference in artificial intelligence. I was around a lot of adults. At no point did I talk about boobs. It's amazing. Don't tell this to the Silicon Valley tech pros. This might be one of the problems. We have some sexual harassment issues in our industry. I was around a whole bunch of people. We were even drinking alcohol. And at no point did we talk about boobs. Because, you can have adult conversations, treat people like adults, and not necessarily get into the erotica. But anyways, however, one source told FT that OpenAI's age prediction error rate of 10% sparked concerns that many kids might be able to access adult content, which again makes sense, 10%, so 1 out of 10 kids would be able to access this adult content. And again, when we talk about adult content, what are we talking about here? Again, that's one thing. Like you say words. What does that word mean? Is adult content boobies? Like, oh look, I see boobies. Like, I don't know. My 10-year-old kid saw boobies. They're gonna see it at some point anyway. I'm not too worried about that. Modern adult content. As I say, a few years ago, I wanted to figure out what this word cuck was. I kept getting called a cuck. And again, once you get to be 40. Oh, it's just popular culture. It just gets hard. It just gets hard to keep up with popular culture. So anyways, I was trying to figure out what the fuck cuck actually meant. Holy shit. I found out what cuck meant. Don't look, right? And so anyways, that's the other thing with like adult content and even like erotica. There is that whole question of like, where are you going? Is this PG-13 rated? Is this R rated? Is this XXX rated? Right? Anyways. Again, and yet that's one of the curious things with it. And then the other thing too is, again, that they had such a pretty high error rate, which again begs the question of how well they're doing with their actual systems. Instead of killing the idea off at this stage, OpenAI told FT that it plans to conduct, quote, long-term research on the effects of sexually explicit chats and emotional attachment before making a product decision. Yeah, I can do that research for you. It only costs you about 25 cents. It's not going to go well. We already have people. Again, when I was a kid, when I was young, I guess I was a teenager at this point in time, right? We had Prodigy, and we had AOL and all that kind of thing. And I had my friends, literally friends of mine, that were addicted to that. Again, basically text messaging with a computer, right? I didn't understand it. But the thing is you would connect to these systems, and they'll give you like 30 hours a month as part of whatever. And then they would start charging you after that. And again, in the 1990s, I had friends of mine racking up $500 bills basically just for chat. So now imagine if you have that mentality that gets on and starts talking to AI and the AI starts getting kinky. It's not going to go well. It's not going to go well. So anyways, there you go. OpenAI is postponing the erotica feature because A, it's probably a really bad idea to begin with. B, they don't seem to be implementing the damn thing worth the damn. And C, it is scaring the crap out of the investors, which I would say, this is the canary in the coal mine for the investors as they realize, oh wow, this piece of crap is not worth $1 trillion. Again, I really want to hammer this home. We talk about this whole thing about does Eli like AI or hate AI. It's not that I hate AI per se. It's I hate this stage of artificial intelligence. I hate this stage of the technology industry. Again, trillions of dollars of CapEx expenses basically for sound bites and for buzz and that kind of thing. And that's what we're really looking at here. They want this company to be worth $1 trillion. And where's the value proposition, really? Again, cure for cancer. They can't even give us erotica. I think that says a lot. So anyways, there are some thoughts on the OpenAI erotica thing. Do remember, I do these videos in order to support Silicon Dojo, free hands-on technology education that empowers you to do whatever the hell you want to do. We're having our next class here in Asheville, North Carolina on Tuesday on the OpenAI API. Take a look at silicondojo.com if you want to join one of the classes. And if you want to support what I do, there's a donor box link down below. Again, free to the end user is not free, does take money. And with that, see y'all later.